Create a 10 minutes video for YouTube about plant these 2 seeds and never mulch your garden. Again, most people think you need to buy bags of mulch every single season, hauling them home, spreading them out, replacing them when they break down. But it doesn't have to be that complicated or expensive. Today, I'm going to show you 2 simple seeds that create a living mulch in your garden, so you never have to buy traditional mulch again. These seeds do all the work for you, covering the soil, feeding it, blocking weeds, and keeping moisture locked in, all while looking beautiful and requiring almost no maintenance. If you're new here, welcome to Zero to Purpose, where we take simple, hands-on steps to live more creatively, sustainably, and intentionally. Grab a tea, settle in, and let's begin. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which seeds to plant and how to turn your garden into a self-sustaining system that works for you, not against you. Seed number 1, white clover. White clover is the first seed that can completely replace your traditional mulch, and it matters because this one plant does multiple jobs at once. Instead of spending money on wood chips or straw that need replacing every year, white clover covers your soil permanently, suppresses weeds naturally, feeds your garden with nitrogen from the air, and keeps moisture in the ground where your plants need it. This is a living ground cover that gets better with time, not worse. It spreads gently across bare soil, forming a low, dense carpet that protects the earth beneath it just like mulch does, except it never needs to be reapplied. For seniors who want a beautiful garden without the constant physical labor of mulching, white clover is a genuine solution that works year after year. White clover works because of something remarkable happening beneath the surface. This plant has a partnership with bacteria in its roots that pull nitrogen, a key plant nutrient, directly from the air and convert it into a form your soil can use. That means your garden is being naturally fertilized without you lifting a finger. While traditional mulch just sits on top of the soil and slowly breaks down, white clover actively improves the ground, building healthier soil structure with every season. Its dense growth blocks sunlight from reaching weed seeds, so they can't sprout and compete with your plants. At the same time, the leafy cover shades the soil, keeping it cooler in summer and reducing water evaporation, which means you water less often. The roots also create channels in the soil that help water and air move more freely, making the entire growing environment better. And because it's perennial, it comes back on its own every spring without needing to be replanted. It's a self-renewing system that just keeps giving. Start. You'll need white clover seeds, which are inexpensive and available at most garden centers or online. The best time to plant is in early spring after the last frost, or in early fall when temperatures start to cool. Prepare your soil by removing any large weeds and loosening the top layer slightly, but you don't need perfect soil. White clover is forgiving and grows in a variety of conditions. If you're planting around existing plants, just clear small patches of bare soil between them. Do. Broadcasting the seeds is simple. Take a small handful and scatter them evenly across the soil surface, aiming for about 1 to 2 seeds per square inch. You don't need to be precise, just reasonably even. Once the seeds are down, lightly rake them into the top 1/4 inch of soil or press them down gently with your hand or the back of a rake. This light contact with soil helps them germinate. Water the area gently with a fine spray, keeping the soil moist but not soaked for the first 2 weeks while the seeds sprout. You'll see tiny clover leaves emerging within 7 to 10 days. Maintain. Once white clover is established, it requires very little maintenance. If it grows taller than you like, usually above 4 to 6 inches, you can mow it down to about 2 inches with a regular lawnmower. This keeps it compact and encourages it to spread sideways rather than upward. Otherwise, just let it grow naturally. It will handle foot traffic reasonably well, self-repair if damaged, and spread gradually to fill in bare spots over time. No fertilizing, no reapplying, no constant attention needed. The payoff is immediate and long-lasting. You'll eliminate the annual chore of buying, transporting, and spreading heavy bags of mulch, saving both money and physical strain. White clover stays green and attractive throughout the growing season, giving your garden a lush, intentional look rather than bare dirt or dying wood chips. Because it fixes nitrogen, your other plants grow healthier and more vigorous without added fertilizers. The flowers, small and white, attract bees and other beneficial pollinators, which helps your entire garden thrive. You'll also notice the soil stays moist longer between waterings, reducing your water bill and the time spent dragging hoses around. And because weeds can't get through the dense cover, you'll spend far less time pulling unwanted plants. It's one small planting decision that creates years of easier, more enjoyable gardening. Here's a small tip that makes planting even easier. Mix your white clover seeds with a cup of sand before broadcasting them. The sand adds weight and visibility, helping you see where you've already spread seeds and giving you more even coverage. You can also look for a variety called micro clover, which grows lower to the ground, usually staying under 3 inches tall naturally. This variety requires even less mowing and works beautifully in areas where you want a neat, compact look without constant trimming. Seed number 2, crimson clover. Crimson clover is the second seed that replaces traditional mulch, and it matters because it combines function with stunning beauty. While white clover is great for permanent low-growing coverage, crimson clover offers a seasonal option that's perfect for vegetable beds, annual flower areas, or anywhere you rotate crops. It grows quickly to cover bare ground, smothers weeds before they start, feeds the soil with nitrogen just like white clover, and produces tall spikes of brilliant red flowers that make your garden look intentional and vibrant. When the season ends, you can cut it down and leave it right on the soil surface, where it decomposes into natural mulch that enriches the earth. It's a beautiful, hard-working plant that does the job of mulch while also being something you actually enjoy looking at every day. Crimson clover works because it grows vigorously and fast, reaching full coverage in just 6 to 8 weeks under good conditions. That rapid growth means it outcompetes weeds for light, water, and nutrients, essentially choking them out before they become a problem. Like white clover, crimson clover has nitrogen-fixing bacteria in its root nodules, pulling nitrogen from the air and depositing it in the soil as it grows. This makes the ground more fertile for whatever you plant next. The dense foliage shades the soil, reducing evaporation and keeping the earth beneath cool and moist, which is exactly what traditional mulch does, except this version is alive and actively improving your garden. When crimson clover reaches the end of its life cycle, usually after flowering in late spring or early summer, you simply cut it down at ground level and let the plant material lie where it falls. As it breaks down over the following weeks, it acts as a natural mulch layer, adding organic matter back into the soil and continuing to feed the ecosystem you're building. The roots left behind decompose underground, creating channels for air and water while releasing even more nitrogen. It's a complete cycle that requires no removal, no hauling, and no replacement. Start. You'll need crimson clover seeds, which are affordable and widely available. The ideal planting time is early fall in warmer climates or early spring in cooler areas. Fall planting gives you the best results because the clover establishes roots over winter and then flowers beautifully in spring. Prepare the area by clearing away large debris and loosening the soil lightly. Crimson clover prefers decent drainage but tolerates most soil types. If you're planting between rows of vegetables or in garden beds, just work with the bare soil areas you have. Do. Scatter crimson clover seeds evenly across the soil at a rate of about half an ounce of seed per 10 square feet, or roughly 1 seed per square inch. Don't stress about perfect spacing. Nature is forgiving. Once the seeds are spread, press them into the soil lightly using your hand, a garden roller, or simply by walking over the area. This ensures good seed-to-soil contact, which helps germination. Water gently but thoroughly, keeping the soil consistently moist for the first 10 to 14 days. You'll see seedlings emerge within a week to 10 days, and within a month, you'll have noticeable ground coverage. Maintain. Crimson clover requires almost no maintenance once it's growing. Let it do its thing. It will grow through fall and winter if planted in autumn, then surge upward in spring, producing those gorgeous crimson flower spikes that can reach 12 to 18 inches tall. Enjoy the blooms for a few weeks, then cut the entire plant down to soil level using garden shears, a string trimmer, or a mower set high. Leave all the cut material right where it falls. It will dry out and start breaking down within days, creating a natural mulch mat. If you want it to reseed itself for next year, let a portion of the flowers fully mature and drop seeds before cutting. Otherwise, you can plant again the following season. The benefits of crimson clover are both practical and visual. You'll stop buying mulch for your vegetable and annual beds, saving money every season. The nitrogen it adds to the soil means your vegetables and flowers grow stronger and produce better yields without synthetic fertilizers. The deep red blooms create visual interest and make your garden look carefully designed, even if you're keeping things simple. Pollinators love crimson clover, so you'll see more bees and butterflies, which means better pollination for fruiting plants like tomatoes, peppers, and squash. The ground stays moist longer, cutting down on watering time and effort. Weeds have no chance to establish because the clover is too dense and fast-growing. And when you cut it down, you're not hauling away waste or buying new mulch. You're simply letting the plant complete its cycle and feed the soil for the next crop. It's gardening that works with nature instead of fighting it. Here's something helpful. If you plant crimson clover in the fall, it will overwinter as a low mat of green leaves, then explode with growth and flowers in spring. This timing is perfect if you want to plant warm-season vegetables like tomatoes or peppers in late spring. Simply cut down the clover a week or two before planting, let it start decomposing, then plant your vegetables right into the mulched bed. The nitrogen released as it breaks down gives your new plants an immediate boost, and the mulch layer keeps weeds down while your vegetables establish. If this is sparking some ideas for you, go ahead and tap the like button so more people can discover this approach. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Are you leaning toward white clover for permanent coverage or crimson clover for seasonal rotation? Maybe you're planning to use both? Let me know what your garden needs. And if you've tried living mulch before, share how it's working for you. I read every comment and love seeing what you're growing.
Priority bonus tip. Here's the thing most people overlook when they think about living mulch. You don't have to choose just one. White clover and crimson clover can work together in different zones of your garden, each doing what it does best. Use white clover in permanent areas like around perennial flowers, fruit trees, berry bushes, or along pathways where you want year-round coverage that never needs replanting. It'll stay low, stay green, and keep working for you season after season without any intervention. Then use crimson clover in your vegetable beds, annual flower areas, or anywhere you till or replant each year. It gives you that seasonal burst of growth, the nitrogen boost right when your crops need it, and the natural mulch layer that breaks down just in time for your next planting cycle. By combining both, you create a garden system where every space is covered, every patch of soil is protected and fed, and you're never buying bagged mulch again. Another thing people underestimate is how much living mulch reduces your watering needs. Studies on living mulch systems show they can reduce water evaporation by 30 to 50% compared to bare soil. That's a huge difference, especially during hot, dry summers or if you're managing a garden with limited mobility and want to minimize hose dragging. The clover canopy shades the soil, keeps it cooler, and traps moisture right where plant roots can access it. Over time, as the clover roots build soil structure, the ground also holds water better, creating a more resilient garden that can handle dry spells without constant attention. And here's one more insight. Living mulch isn't just about eliminating a chore, it's about creating a healthier ecosystem. Traditional mulch is inert. It just sits there. Living mulch is active. It's photosynthesizing, fixing nitrogen, supporting beneficial insects, feeding soil microbes, and improving the ground with every passing day. Your garden becomes more alive, more self-sufficient, and more productive without you having to do more work. That's the shift from maintenance gardening to regenerative gardening, and it starts with 2 simple seeds. Once you see how well this works, you'll wonder why anyone still buys mulch at all. So no matter the size of your garden, your experience level, or how much time you have, you can start where you are and build a system that works for you instead of adding to your to-do list. Living mulch isn't complicated. It's 2 seeds, a little water, and the willingness to let nature do what it does best. Pick one of these clovers and try it in a small section of your garden this season. Let it teach you how much easier gardening can be when you stop fighting the soil and start working with it. Drop a comment below and tell me which one you're starting with, or if you're going all in with both. I'd genuinely love to hear your plan, and if you haven't subscribed yet, join us here at Zero to Purpose, where we grow life one simple, intentional project at a time. Thanks for being here, for caring about your garden, and for wanting to do things in a way that's easier on you and better for the earth. I'll see you in the next one.
So no matter the size of your garden, your experience level, or how much time you have, you can start where you are and build a system that works for you instead of adding to your to-do list. Living mulch isn't complicated. It's 2 seeds, a little water, and the willingness to let nature do what it does best. Pick one of these clovers and try it in a small section of your garden this season. Let it teach you how much easier gardening can be when you stop fighting the soil and start working with it. Drop a comment below and tell me which one you're starting with, or if you're going all in with both. I'd genuinely love to hear your plan. And if you haven't subscribed yet, join us here at Zero to Purpose, where we grow life one simple, intentional project at a time. Thanks for being here, for caring about your garden, and for wanting to do things in a way that's easier on you and better for the earth. I'll see you in the next one.